Hello. Good afternoon to everybody here. We're here to honor Gabe Olivera. As the messages went out that Gabe, he's leaving the city of Harrisburg after, I believe, 25 distinguished years of service. The city couldn't have asked for a better person to be part of our great team. It is a happy day and also a sad day for the city personally because Gabe, he dedicated his blood, sweat, and tears to the city. He gave everything that he can possibly give, and the city will forever be grateful for the accomplishments of Gabe Olivera. I just wanted to talk about when I first met Gabe. I was teaching up at Hack. I was one of the PT instructors when I first met Gabe. Gabe was this here good-looking New York City guy. He came up there. He had coal black hair. You know, he was a little bit cocky. That the New York swag to him, and he always had the eye contact with you. Every time I would talk to Gabe, he would never look away. He would stand there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so doing physical training, Gabe, he injured his knee, and he needed surgery. His knee was really messed up, and I said to Gabe, I said, Cadet, because I was a little hard person, a little evil, skinny guy, you know, wanted to be tough. I said, Cadet, if you do not finish PT, I'm going to flunk you. So Gabe looked at me, he said, Sir, I'll finish PT. That week, Gabe had to have surgery, so Gabe had surgery, and the following week we had our final PT test. So I looked at Gabe and I said, are you ready? He said, that little New York swag, yes, sir. I said, okay. Well, Gabe took the PT test and Gabe absolutely killed it. I could tell at the end he was limping just a little bit. And after he finished the run, he came over to me and he said, I'm finished, sir. I said, Gabe, you're not finished until I say so. You go back and run, because he had about 4 minutes left. He impressed me because he did his run that quick. But what I'm saying is that every time Gabe was faced with an obstacle here, he overcame. Anything that we asked Gabe to do, Gabe found a way to do it. When Gabe made captain of our criminal section, the city police force was down. Uniform patrol, CID was down. You know, the media was saying that crime is out of control, crime is rampant, that the criminals had won Harrisburg City. So my team and I got together, all the great officers that we have here, put Gabe in charge of CID. Uniform Patrol was Deputy Chief Moody's, and we devised a plan with the LTs and everybody. We devised a plan to concentrate on the hot spots. We started doing the hotspot policing, and we started getting guns off the street. We started being more interactive with the neighborhoods, with the kids out there. And what you know, crime was down. And CID was arresting more people, closing out more homicides. It was just a total turnabout from the way that things were. And the reason that it was like that is because we had a very good machine running here, and Gabe was in charge of CID. I said to Gabe, this is a tough task. Can you get it done? That little cocky New York swag, yes, sir. And he got it done, Gabe, and I hate to see you leave. It's been a joyful ride for us both. I know that in our conversations, sometimes under your breath, you would be cussing me out when I was yelling at you, but it's okay because I knew that when you left the room, we respected each other and we're still friends. Gabe has a beautiful family, and we all just wish Gabe well. I was with Gabe Monday, was it Monday when he got sworn in? I was with Gabe Monday when he got sworn into his new position with the Central Dauphin School District, and they just love Gabe out there. So Gabe, the citizens of Harrisburg will, I'm sure, sorely miss you, but I know that if we need anything, we can reach out to you, and we honestly wish you well. Before I surrender the microphone to Chief Goshard, I would like to say that Gabe is the first Hispanic police captain in the history of our city. And because in doing so, I am ordering that the shield, not the badge, because police officers, they wear shields to ward off the evil spirits. I'm ordering that the shield that Captain Olivera wears close to his heart every day will be retired and never worn by another person in this agency. Thank you. Chief Goshard.
My name is John Goshard. I'm a detective with the DA's office here in Dauphin County. I retired from the Harrisburg Police after 29 years. I'll tell you what's kind of a neat thing about getting old is you see people who when they first start and you think, wow, they're really doing good. And I'm kind of surrounded by them. Tom Carter, Derek Moody, Gabe. It's interesting. It's really interesting to see that, although I don't like getting old. I remember meeting Gabe first back probably 95, 96, 97. We were doing a search warrant. I was in charge of the narcotics unit. We were doing a search warrant and had Spanish-speaking individuals. We asked for a Spanish-speaking officer. Gabe came, translated our search warrant to him, and took it a step farther, got the person to confess that the drugs were his and the people were selling drugs and this and that. And when he left, I said to Willie Holland, who's sort of a Harrisburg legend, I said, you know what, Willie, that guy will be our boss someday. And he went, really? I said, I'm telling you, that guy will be our boss someday. He was never my boss, but he was the boss over a lot of police officers here in Harrisburg. Gabe, if you could come forward, I have a presentation from the District Attorney's Office for you. It's a certificate of appreciation presented to Captain Gabriel Olivera in recognition of your contributions and 25 years of dedication to Dauphin County law enforcement. We thank you and wish you the best in your new endeavors. And it's signed by Francis T. Charlotte, the District Attorney of Dauphin County. Congratulations and good luck.
We'll ask that Deputy Chief Moody come forth and say a couple words.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, boss. For everyone in attendance, thank you for coming today. For those that know me, I usually like to prepare a speech and have my stuff ready to go. I wasn't prepared to talk today, but as luck would have it, I'm not going to turn down an opportunity to talk about my buddy. Who would think I've known Gabe for pretty much my career. Gabe came on, about 2 years after I did. We didn't initially become as tight as we ended up becoming, but we initially started working together, I would say, when you came on the CERT team. That's when we really got tight. When I got on the CERT team as a hostage negotiator, one of the first things they looked for, at least for me, was to look for my replacement. And over the years, I had known Gabe. We had gotten closer in the sense that, for those that don't know, Gabe is also a plumber. And for those that own houses and stuff like that, for a lot of us officers, we kind of try to stay within when we're looking for someone to help with repairs around the house. And Gabe spent more than enough time. He probably almost lived at my house with all of the different things that he needed to do at my house, from replacing hot water pumps and sinks and all that other stuff. Where I'm going with this is that Gabe was the kind of guy that no matter what you needed, he would be there for you. And I think that's when I first recognized the true friend that I had in Gabe. When I had issues and I had things that I needed to get done or just people to talk to, Gabe was always there for me. So one thing that I will miss slightly is that Gabe won't be here every day. I won't have that guy that I can just kind of run upstairs, or he can come downstairs and we can just talk about. But he's not going that far, so that is kind of the saving grace to that. I'm very happy for my brother officer, for my friend, as he turns the page in his next chapter of his life. And I think all of you that have worked with Gabe and all of you that know Gabe, that he is truly a good friend. He is truly a good police officer, and I'm proud to know Gabe and to have worked with Gabe. Congratulations, buddy.
City Council President Wanda Williams, do you have anything to present? I know.
Well, they say always be ready. And so now I got one for Commissioner Carter. I'm gonna catch him off guard. I'm sorry, my committee chair, Asha Green, is not here today of Public Safety. So on behalf of her, I'm going to read this recognition from City Council. And now this 26th day of June 2019, the City Council of Harrisburg recognized Gabriel Olivera, Police Captain, City of Harrisburg, for 25 years of dedicated service to the cities of Harrisburg's Police Department. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. On behalf of Harrisburg City Council, we thank you for fighting for those less fortunate and being a true public servant for all people in our community with integrity and passion. Now, as the day dawns on the next chapter in your life, may God's blessings be upon you as you follow His way, and may you find joy and peace as He inspires you every day. Best wishes on your next endeavor. Captain Olivera. You got it.
From the Honorable Patty Kim's office.
So Representative Kim couldn't be here because she's trying to pass the budget. So she wanted to say thank you for all the work you've done with her and in her community in the 103rd District. She wished she could be here today because she says she considers you her friend. She hates to see you leave, but she's glad that you're moving on. And congratulations on your retirement. And there is a proclamation for your citation from her. And she wants to thank you.
Before we get to the mayor's proclamation and before we hear from Gabe, I wanted to invite Chief Martin up to say a couple words. Sawyer Township Police Chief, come up and say a couple words.
Commissioner, thank you. Just briefly, I've had the absolute honor and privilege of working alongside Captain Olivera for many years in the capacity of the Dauphin County Crisis Response Team, in which he has been a crisis hostage negotiator. In that capacity, we've had some dire moments over the past 10 to 15 years, and I want to tell everybody here that Captain Olivera represented the city of Harrisburg, the citizens of Harrisburg, in an absolutely noble fashion in moments in where his contribution, his communication skills, his caring for fellow man came through and saved lives. And for that, Captain, we thank you, and we wish you safe sailing ahead. Thanks, brother.
I'd like to echo what Chief Martin said. I served with Captain Olivera at the Dauphin County CRT team. I was a hostage negotiator as well for 14 years, and Gabe was one of my training officers, and his communication skills and his bravery are second to none. Very fortunate that in his new position, I'm going to be getting to work with him quite often. working for the school district. The children in Olivera Township all go to school where he is now the chief of police. So I'm doing somersaults that we're getting him and you're losing him. But I look forward to working with you, Gabe, and you're one of the best, and congratulations on your retirement.
So now we'll finally hear from Captain Olivera. After we hear from Gabe, we'll do the proclamation.
Well, like Derek, I like to be prepared. I actually thought this was luncheon until about 5 minutes to 12. That's when I was told it was actually a ceremony, so I apologize. I don't have anything prepared. I remember being a young officer and being told by the old guys, once you've been here a while, those years go by quick. Being here 25 years and looking back, it does go by quick. You don't realize that while you're in it, but when you look back, it truly does. As everyone else here, we've had our ups and downs. I'm appreciative that I've had more ups than downs. But I think each one of those rides that you take on this job prepares you for something else. So never begrudge those rides up and down, because they're always preparing you for something else. To my brothers and sisters, I say, keep up the good work. And there is a lot of work to be done here. Remember why you came onto the job. There's the typical, I came on the job to help other people. And that is true. We do want to help other people. But in each one of you, there is a little bit more of a reason why you became that officer. Remember that. Because that's what makes you wake up in the morning and come in to this city that you may not live in and spend more of your time here caring about people that you may not know, perhaps saving people that you do not know, and risking your lives for people you don't know. And it's for that reason that you started this job. So never forget that. I wish you all the best. I hope that each and every one of you is able to retire on your own terms, are able to leave to better grounds, and live a happy and joyful life. Thank you.
Now we'll have the mayor of Harrisburg, Eric Pappenfuss, come and present a citation to Gabe Olivera.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. Come on up. Let me just start by saying a couple of things. It is a particularly bittersweet day for me today because we are losing a member of our leadership team. And at the same time, I recognize that he is going to remain in the area. He's going to go on to something which allows him to really follow his passion. As many of you know, Gabe was at one time a school resource officer and has a real passion for our youth, and I think is going to be well served in Central Dauphin. He's a humble man because in talking with him, I learned that I think he was very surprised that Central Dauphin moved so quickly and immediately offered him that position. I was not surprised, and they are very lucky to have him. And one of Gabe's great qualities is his ability to explain things clearly and calmly and professionally. That's been a great resource for me. I appreciate your wisdom and counsel over the past years, whether it was explaining how crime statistics work and are calculated, or just the basic ins and outs of how investigations work and how policing works. I've learned a lot from Gabe, and we're going to miss you, but we wish you the very best, and we will continue to work with you and call on you as we move forward. So we have a proclamation today, and I'd like to read it. It gives you a little bit of a sense of Gabe's history here in Harrisburg. Proclamation reads, whereas Captain Gabriel Olivera began his career as a Harrisburg police officer in 1994. He began his career in Uniform Patrol Division, where he served as a district officer, a platoon forensics officer, a DARE officer, and a school resource officer. And whereas Captain Gabriel Olivera was promoted to the rank of corporal in 2004 and became the commanding officer of the School Resource Officer Unit in 2005. Captain Gabriel Olivera was then assigned to the Criminal Investigation Division in 2007 and supervised the Auto Theft Unit. In 2008, he was given the additional responsibilities of supervising the Special Operations Unit. And it was during this time that Captain Gabriel Olivera started the Dauphin County Gang Task Force, which operates to this very day. In 2011, Captain Gabriel Olivera commanded the Vice and Organized Crime Unit until he was promoted in 2014 to the rank of sergeant. Captain Gabriel Olivera supervised the Adult Offenders Section during this time and became the first public information officer for the Harrisburg Bureau of Police. Captain Gabriel Olivera was appointed then as acting captain of the Criminal Investigation Division in September of 2015 and sworn into that position on January 14th of 2016. And whereas now Captain Gabriel Olivera will officially retire this coming July 12th, 2019, leaving a legacy of exemplary service to the citizens of Harrisburg. And whereas Captain Gabriel Olivera will now be able to spend time with his family, his wife Jessie, his 4 adult children, Alix, Gabriel, Brendan, and Josue. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, Mayor Eric Pappenfuss, do hereby this day celebrate and honor the retirement of Captain Gabriel Olivera in honor of his 25 years of outstanding leadership and service to the residents of Harrisburg. Congratulations, sir.
This concludes the ceremony for Captain Gabe. We're having a luncheon downstairs on the lower level. You're all welcome to come and join us. Thank you.